Yo guys, welcome to a Bitcoin market review. It's been a while. I've been on holidays, on vacation, but yeah, I'm back home now. I have some more plans for the summer, but I'm home a couple of weeks now, so thought it would be interesting to give my thoughts on Bitcoin here again. Nothing too much happened, to be honest, while I was away. Prices basically still trading around the same prices as to when I left. But yeah, let's take a look at what my thoughts are here, both on a macro basis and on a trading basis, right? So, two completely different things, investing and trading. So, I'm gonna start off with giving my thoughts about buying spots down here, or selling spots. Well, what my thoughts are, and then we'll dive into some levels, into some ranges, and give my thoughts on the lower time frames. All right, so before I get into that, let me give a quick shout out to my sponsor, which is still Prime XBT, an online exchange where you can trade all kinds of different markets like forex, commodities, indices, and of course crypto, all with a single account. Okay, you can have your collateral in USDT and Bitcoin in Ethereum, in whatever you want. So yeah, I've been with them for I think over 3 or 4 years now, and I still love them. So definitely big shout out to them. Thanks for sponsoring. You can make an account using the link in the description, as well as use my promo code, which is also in the description, and get up to $7,000 in bonuses. Okay, sorry. All right, let's dive into the Bitcoin chart now. So we are down 70% from all-time highs. That's pretty significant. Well, now we're down 65, but from the highest to the lowest point, we were down 75%. All-time highs from here is a 3x, or something around that. Okay. Now, if we take a look at what that was back in 2017, 2018 all-time high, then we can see that around the 6K bottom to all-time highs was also around a 3x. Okay, buying 6K here, was that a good move? Well, if you look at it in the long run, I think it definitely was. Now, we did have another big dump, another 50% retrace, and went to 3K before ultimately heading for new all-time highs. So am I ruling out a possibility where we see 13 to 12Ks? Definitely not. Now, if those prices come, whether it be right now, whether it be tomorrow, whether it be in 2 years, I think that those prices are very attractive to buy. Could 20K be the next 6K bottom? Well, local bottom at least. Well, in my opinion, definitely. Could we see something similar where we bounce, get that cat bounces, and then ultimately break down into 11, 12, 13Ks, and then reclaim it, and then head for 40, 50Ks again? Definitely seeing that as a possible scenario. But yeah, of course, nobody knows what's going to happen. But I think these prices down here, as purely as an investment, are good prices to buy spots. I personally have been buying more spots from all the way up at around 28K. I started buying and bought all the way down to here. Now I'm fully loaded. The only way I'm buying a little bit more is if we head to those prices I just mentioned, around 12, 13, 14Ks. Okay, whether they come or not, yeah, we'll have to see about that. So yeah, in my opinion, buying down here, I mean, for the long run, from all-time highs from here is it 3x. So whether we go for 12K or 13K, if you are able to lose the money, or well, better said, if you don't need the money in the coming years, then buying here is a smart idea, I think. And otherwise, yeah, you can always wait for lower, but yeah, then as always you risk missing out. etc. Okay, so those are my thoughts on buying spots. I think these prices are still very attractive, and I think we'll be seeing significant upsides from either here or a little bit lower. Okay, right, so let's dive into some levels now. Gonna mark out some levels first, starting off on the monthly. So as always, mark out last month's high, last month's low, give the tag last month's high, last month's low, head over to the weekly, last week's high, like this, and last week's low, then head over to the daily, and on the daily also gonna mark out our Monday range, which is pretty clean right now, played out beautifully. Monday high, Monday low, perfect. All right. Let's see. Okay, so as we can see now, if we zoom in a little on the 4 hour, what stands out to me is that you can immediately see that last month's low is unswept, last month's high is unswept, last month's low is unswept, so no clear draw on liquidity on the monthly. Last week's high and last week's low are also unswept, so no clean draw on liquidity there either. But what does stand out to me is that we had a clean swing high here, right? A big level, in my opinion. So gonna mark out that with a thick line. That got swept here. Okay, then saw some chop. Another try to reclaim, but got immediately slammed down. So swept the high once more, got slammed down. And what do we see then as a confirmation for our distribution is this this sweep, right? If we would have reclaimed this level from here, okay, then we could have started talking about higher prices. But what did we see? We just swept local lows on the lower time frames here. Okay, got taken out, took out liquidity above all of these highs and then slammed down again. Okay, now just seeing some chop. So what does stand out to me that this liquidity has been taken. Where did this high lead to? In one swing to last week's low. Okay, so distribution at the highs, clear distribution pattern, sweep, nuke, one more local sweep, then broke down, made our Monday range, Monday low, Monday high, and what do we see now? Monday high got taken out into our supply zone being the sideways price section that led to the down move, retested that area now while sweeping Monday high. We have an unswept last week's low and some inefficiency down here to get filled. So this is not the place to get bullish, in my opinion. I think as long as prices stay below this important level, that will be trading back towards Monday low and then break below Monday low. It's probably gonna head a lot lower into here and then last week's low. Okay, so invalidation of this is above this level, maybe keep it above last week's high. If we start reclaiming Monday high now, probably gonna retest this level and start reclaiming this and last week's high, which is also last month's high. Then we'll probably see significant upside towards here. But yeah, before we can talk about significant upside, we need some reclaims of important levels. Until that's done, I think this trades lower and fills inefficiency towards lower prices. Now, where would I flip long if we see the downside? Clean sweep of last week's low, followed by a reclaim, lining up with some more important levels, like at that time the daily open, for example. Now we could start looking for longs again, back towards this resistance area, okay? Above there, as I said, back towards last week's high and probably a lot higher. If we don't and we sweep but fail to reclaim and just bleed down again, yeah, then I think we start trading towards lower liquidity, which is clearly below these lows at 18.8 and then this low at 17.5. And then, yeah, I'll have to see some real strength before I start looking for longs again. But yeah, as I said, for now this simply looks like distribution, and as long as we stay below 24, I think we trade lower. Now, if you take a look at this high, then sweep, then one more sweep and downsides, compare it to the daily charts, it's a pretty clean fractal. Well, I don't like the word fractals, but just gives you an idea of what can happen. And then you see clean high, sweep, another sweep, slam down. And what did it lead to? The low that this high led to, okay? This high led to this low. The distribution at the highs led to all the way back to these lows, right? So if we zoom in again now, we have our significant high, distribution at the highs, boom. As long as we stay below this, I think this leads to the low that this high led to, okay? Something like this. All right, so that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. I hope you enjoyed. Big shout out again to PrimeXBT. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be here, okay? And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.